All right, I think we are ready to roll. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our very first virtual merchant experience. For those of you that I don't know, my name is Sarah Grubel. Last week marked my 11th year with Groupon. During my time here, I've held a number of roles, but the large majority of my time was spent within the sales organization. And with that, I had the opportunity to work hand in hand with thousands of our incredible merchants. And I share that because I am so excited to be kicking off a program that brings our merchants to our employees. During this time, we'll get to know some of our businesses, as well as get to know how they're managing through some of these unprecedented times. And on top of all of that, and what's most exciting is that we'll have the opportunity to experience our merchants, take a step away from the day-to-day and really truly understand what our merchants have been working so hard to build. So with that, I am incredibly excited to introduce Rachel James of Hot Yoga of Mill Creek for being our kickoff merchant for this exciting program. Rachel, thanks so much for joining.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and a quick shout out to Joe Yackel, who is your sales rep. And I didn't want to forget to mention, because he is the one that has cultivated this relationship, and it's super important. So shout out to you, Joe. So let's get into it. Rachel, first of all, this is not the first time that you've been on camera with Groupon. I'll let you hit on that. But why don't we start by telling everyone how you got into the yoga business, as well as what brought you to Groupon?
Yes. So I got into the yoga business actually, or started practicing yoga in the Seattle area like 14 years ago. And I just noticed I loved the practice. I love hot yoga. Being a competitive athlete, I noticed a difference in how my body felt, and the heat just makes a huge difference, along with the movement, of course, too. And I noticed that a lot of the Seattle area did not have that many hot yoga studios around. And so I decided 12 years ago, we just celebrated our 12th year anniversary a couple months ago, and decided to add one in the north end of Seattle. And so in the Mill Creek area. And so, and we had like very few classes to start with, like 3 a week. But it just evolved from there, and it's just been wonderful, a huge blessing. And I started working with Groupon actually during the recession in 10 years ago. And it has been really one of the best experiences on a professional level. I owe so much to you guys. You guys are the fastest growing company in the world, and you really had everything organized, at least from on our side, that maybe the consumer and the merchant side. And we got to see how, just on top of everything you guys were, for how fast you were growing was amazing. And so during the recession, I noticed that you guys were doing daily deals. And I thought that the best thing was to do is to talk to you guys, because I noticed our revenue and as well as our foot traffic were declining significantly during those challenging times. And with that, we did a daily deal very quickly. It was professional and organized, and we had around 900 sales the first time around. It was incredible. And right after that, we had the foot traffic coming in. We had people coming in and staying, and then as well as the sales. So we even have some of the same customers even after 10 years later. And it's been such a great experience, and I'm very thankful for you guys.
Wow. Excuse me. That's incredible. That's incredible to hear. And, you're welcome from us. However, at the same time, thank you, especially during that time. It's absolutely critical for us to identify local businesses that people are so excited to experience. And then once they get there, they're treated in a way that keeps them coming back for 10 years. So the feeling's mutual, and thank you Very exciting, and love to hear that story. Very inspiring. So let's talk about the new normal. Can you tell us a little bit about how you have adjusted your business within this kind of new virtual world?
Yes. During these times, we've unfortunately have had to shut our physical doors, but we do have virtual online yoga classes every single day. We have 2 classes per day, and that has been wonderful. Our students have been very happy about that. The only thing is we are doing classes and our yoga instructors home. So sometimes you're hearing children, you're hearing dogs bark, just, different interruptions. And also here at the studio, you can see I'm in our lobby, because actually in the studio itself is a big, large space. So it echoes a lot. There's nothing to absorb the noise, so we have to definitely be more in the lobby, and as well as because we go through the Zoom platform, that we have to actually not to have music, which because it doesn't sound, you can't really hear the music very well. And normally in our classes we have great music, we have great speaker system, and the other thing is we can't really see all of our students and tell them what they're doing a great job, or whatever it may be. So that's okay. Once we're all back together, it'll be great again.
Yes. Well, it's awesome to hear too. Again, these are times that we're not all familiar with. So of course there's going to be curveballs thrown, but the fact that you guys quickly shifted to this virtual experience, I'm sure your community that you've built, I was so excited to see that there was still an opportunity. And even though they can't hear you, talk about their form, they have you in their head. So I'm sure they know. So let's shift tack. I during an otherwise wildly difficult time, do you have a feel good story or something that you've experienced with your clients during this time?
Yes, we've had, the outreach of emails and social media and phone calls, and how, they're just sticking by us and they love us, is really amazing. And the fact that we have a huge percentage of our customers are auto monthlies, so that they have unlimited yoga or a specific amount of classes, but their credit cards are charged per month. And we reached out to them and said, it's your option. You have the option to be able to not cancel, but place on hold. They can cancel too, but please place on hold during this time, or you can continue with your auto pay and enjoy our virtual classes. And a lot of them have been continuing to allow us to charge their cards on file, which is awesome. And that gives us the opportunity to be able to pay our instructors and to be able to pay for our space here. So we felt very, very lucky and blessed to be able to do that.
Wow. Yeah. That goes back to your ability to build a community, and the fact that they're still signed up and supporting you guys through your virtual classes just speaks to what you've built and what your team is willing to do during this time. So that's awesome to hear. That's so awesome to hear. So let's, before we get into the exercise itself, let's end with one more question. And it'll be interesting to know how you will take any learnings from this time and apply them to your business moving forward. Is that something that you plan to do?
Yes, Sarah. We are looking to continue to do virtual classes, so that customers have the option of coming into the physical space, and if they still don't feel comfortable, or even later down the road, and they're maybe they're getting over a cold and don't want to come in, or they moved away, they still have the option to be able to take classes with our instructors online.
That's great. That's great. And selfishly, what that means for this group here is that we can always come back and take a Rachel James yoga class, no matter where we're at, even in Chicago. But it's really great to hear, you know, although we couldn't have imagined we'd be here, that some of the learnings will just expand how we run our businesses moving forward. And very exciting to hear that directly from one of our top merchants. So thank you so much. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's give you the screen and allow you to share what you've been doing with the rest of our employee base. Multimedia has promised me that they will take me off the screen so I'm not, you know, directly next to a professional doing yoga. So this is the end of my time up here, but I am so excited to take this class. So I hope that everyone on the Groupon side enjoys taking this time with Rachel. And again, thank you so much for joining us and everything that you're doing through this time.
Thank you. Thank you.
I am so excited for today's class. Thank you for joining me. This is a 45-minute modified Hatha class. The reason why it's modified is due to the fact that traditional Hatha is in a 105-degree room and 45% humidity. And I'm assuming that most of you guys probably don't have that in your homes. So there'll just be a few modifications. Also due to the time, I'm going to be having the class, if you've ever taken a Hatha class, it's normally 26 poses. Each pose is done twice. And because of the length of time, we're going to be doing the class for 45 minutes. We're going to do standing deep breathing for 5 breaths. And then also the floor series will be doing 1 set versus 2. The things that you will need are either a yoga mat, a towel, you could be on your rug, whatever works for you, a water bottle. If you have a yoga block, that's awesome. If not, maybe like a pillow you may need. And that's it. Let's go ahead and get started and get on our mats, standing in Tadasana. So we're gonna stand with our feet and heels together and really grow nice and tall. Chest is lifted, shoulders down and back, arms to your sides. Close your eyes and take some deep breaths for just a moment. Once you come into your deep breathing to help calm you down, right now life is definitely chaotic and stressful, and I want you to take this time for just yourself and just to let go of everything that you've been carrying. Release. I also want you to think of, maybe you can even dedicate your practice to somebody that's on your heart. Maybe even dedicate your practice to yourself. You can even think of a mantra. So during those challenging poses, you can think of that particular person, yourself, or that mantra to help you get through the posture itself. Let's take a collective inhale in through your nose, and then exhale out through your mouth. We're going to begin with standing deep breathing. Feet and heels come together. Interlace all 10 fingers at the webbing directly underneath your chin, your thumbs to your throat. And we're going to do 5 total standing deep breathing. Okay, let's inhale in through your nose and start to lift your elbows up towards the ceiling. Chin is pressing down, chest is lifted. Breathe in just a little bit more at the peak of your inhale. And now exhale out through your mouth for 6, 5, elbows moving towards each other. 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, breathe in through your nose, elbows nice and high, chin is pressing down into your fingers, get a nice stretch. Elbows lift a little bit more, back is nice and straight. And then exhale out through your mouth, pushing your fingers against your chin, elbows nice and high, if you can at your shoulder level, and the elbows touch in front. Inhale, breathe in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4. Elbows lifted. 3, 2. Elbows touch at 1. Good job. Inhale, breathe in through your nose. Notice the breath being a little bit longer than the very first one. Fill up the lungs just a little bit more. And then exhale, release your head back. Eventually, elbows come to touch. This breathing exercise is great to do in the morning, right when you wake up. Inhale, breathe in. Helps to wake up the body, the mind. Chin is pressing down, elbows nice and high. Find a little bit more length through the spine. And then exhale out through your mouth. Ha. Eventually the elbows touch right in front of the body. Release your arms to your sides, roll your shoulders around. Maybe even drop your right ear to your right shoulder, your left ear to your left shoulder. Okay, half moon with hands to feet is next. Circle sweep the arms up overhead, palms touch. Interlace all 10 fingers, release the index fingers, crossing at the thumbs. Warming up your body, your sides, your front, back first. So inhale, grow nice and tall, reach and stretch up towards the sky. Exhale, slowly bring your upper body over to the right, hips over to the left. Come back to center, inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, upper body over to the left, hips over to the right. Continue to sway back and forth a few times, and then start to reach forward when you're ready, towards the front, and then towards the back. Wonderful. When your body's feeling good, let's come back up to center. So half moon is one of the modifications we will be doing. We're not going to go into the pose all the way, just a little bit to stretch out the sides of the body and to strengthen the core. So bring your arms up overhead, interlace the fingers, release the index fingers, cross the thumbs. Hips forward, upper body back, inhale, create space. Exhale, upper body over to the right, hips over to the left. Awesome. Bend your right shoulder forward, left hip forward, and really just try to point your fingers into the upper corner of the room. So not too far into the posture. Really make sure that your core is engaged. Suck your tummy in and up. Hips more forward. Engage the thighs, pressing them together, squeezing your glutes, rooting all 4 corners of your feet down towards the earth. Chin is lifted. Slowly come down a little bit more for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to center. We'll do the exact same thing on the other side. Upper body back, hips forward. Inhale, create space. Exhale, upper body over to the left, hips over to the right. Now we're going to pull the left shoulder more forward, right hip back, chin up, chest up. Lean your upper body back. Press the palms together if that's available. Even press your pinkies together. Bring your fingers back more towards the back wall. Pinching the shoulder blades close to touch behind the body. Engaging the core again, suck the tummy in and up. Stay here for the next 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up to center. Release your head and shake it out. Just right, left, up and down. Maybe swallow. We're going to come to a gentle back bend. And again, because we do not have the heat, don't go all the way. Don't try to really push yourself into the pose. But you're welcome to keep your arms with your ears, or maybe your hands at the small part of your back, or maybe even create a fist to the small part of your back. Release your head back. Inhale, lengthen, really lift your chest all the way up towards the sky, and then slowly go back. Remember not to go too far. Take some deep breaths for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Slowly come back up, arms with ears, palms touch, interlace the fingers, crossing at the thumbs, releasing the index fingers. Inhale, lengthen, and slowly forward fold out in front of you. Coming into hands to feet pose. All 10 fingers touch the mat. Walk up the legs, bend your right knee, your left knee, your right knee, your left knee. Maybe a full squat. Stretching out the spine here. Now, because again, we don't have the heat, let's bring our right foot 6 inches from your left. Coming into a ragdoll. You can grab opposite elbows, drop your head down, maybe even sway from side to side if you like to do that. Find that length through the spine. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Maybe even rolling the weight a little bit more towards your toes. Remember, you know your body best, so just do what you can today. And then slowly release your hands, wiggle your feet and heels back to touch. Arms to your ears, palms touch, interlace the fingers, release the index fingers, cross the thumbs, reach forward, and then slowly rise back up towards the sky. Release your arms to your sides and take a breath. Great job. Second set. Inhale, circle through the arms up overhead, palms touch. Interlace the fingers, release the index fingers, cross the thumbs. Hips forward, lean your upper body back. Inhale, create space. Exhale, upper body over to the right. So you may notice a difference in the second set, maybe even just a little bit further than the first. Push your right shoulder, left hip forward, lift your chin, lean your upper body back. Feel the shoulder blades pinching a little bit closer to touch. Inhale to grow length, space. Exhale, maybe come down a little bit more without twisting the upper and the lower body. It's like you're wedged in between two pieces of glass. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, push yourself a little deeper if the body allows for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change, slowly rise, other side. Lean your upper body back, hips forward, inhale, create space. Exhale, upper body over to the left, hips over to the right. Awesome. Tuck your left shoulder more forward, right hip bone forward towards the front mirror. Lift your chin, lift your chest, lean your upper body back. Deep breaths. No pain. Make sure there's no pain throughout the body. Suck your tummy in and up. Squeeze your glutes, your inner thighs. Come down just a little bit more. Staying here for the next 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise. And then go ahead and release your head back again. Check it out. Right, left, up and down. Again, you can place your arms to your ears or the hands to the small part of your back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, go back, way back, fall back. Good job. Wonderful. Point back towards the back wall if your palms are together. Fingers reaching back. Squeeze your glutes to protect your lower back. Hips more forward, legs nice and solid for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise back up and hinge forward from the hips. Reach out towards the front mirror. All 10 fingers touch the earth. Walk out your legs. And you're welcome to do the exact same thing as you did the first set. Maybe even wrap your peace fingers, wrap them around your 2 big toes, making sure your right foot is about 6 inches from your left. Full inhale in. Exhale, if you're wrapping your fingers around your big toes, bend your elbows up to the sides and really stretch the crown of your head down towards the floor. Maybe your forehead, or the top of your head, does touch the mat. Shift the weight towards the toes. Maybe straighten out your legs a little bit more. And change. Release your hands away from your feet. Wiggle your feet and heels back to touch. Arms to your ears, palms together.
6 inches from your left. You can always measure by placing your fists together. Place them in between the arches of your feet. Get your toes or the line of your heels. Really important here. You're going to bring your arms parallel to the mat. Press your 10 fingers together. Suck your tummy in and up. Breathe in through your nose. And then your exhale, start to bend your knees and sit your hips back. Sit down low, thighs parallel to the floor, reach forward. Chest is lifted, looking on beyond the horizon. Try to bring your knees and your toes still 6 inches apart. Try not to bring the knees in towards each other. Awesome job. Sit down a little bit deeper. For 3, 2, 1, slowly rise up, eventually straighten out the legs, and then place the weight towards your tippy toes, lifting your heels up super high. Okay, keep your shoulders lined with your hips, and now start to bend the knees. Come down. This is the hard part. Try to keep the shoulders in line with your hips. You might hear a little couple snap, crackle pops. Lift your right heel up, left heel up. Knees again and toes 6 inches apart. Same with your hands. Hips more forward, chest is lifted, core is engaged. For 3, 2, 1, slowly rise up with your hips forward. Oh yeah, feel that burn. Release your heels. Third part, come forward to the pads of your feet. Press your inner thighs together all the way down towards your knees. Squeeze your inner thighs and push your hips forward and slide down. Breathe in, breathe out. Awesome job. Wonderful. Try to push your knees down towards the earth, chest stays lifted. And then slowly rise up as your hips push forward. Come up nice and slow, back is straight. And then heels down, right foot meets your left, arms out, and release your arms to your sides. Great job. Second set, if you didn't feel that burn, the first, oh yeah, you're gonna feel it for the second. Right foot 6 inches from your left again. Arms come up. Reach forward, activate your chest muscles. Breathe in. Exhale, bend your knees, sit down low. How low can you go, right? Hips down, chest lifts, reach forward, back is lifted. So it's not straight in this particular one out of the 3. Sit down a little bit more, hips down, feel that burn. Welcome it, squeeze the glutes. And then rise back up for 10. Oh yeah, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift the weight towards the tippy toes. Lift your heels up. Back is straight. Bend your knees. Take your time as you come into the pose. Try not to lean forward or backwards. Woo. Still hear those snap, cock, pops. Lift your right heel up, left heel up. Core is engaged. Arms reach forward. Deep breaths. If you're not shaking, lift your heels up a little higher. Oh yeah. Okay, keep your hips forward, back straight, and then rise up. Take your time. Take your time. Release your heels, but not your lovely arms. Third part, come forward to the pads of your feet. Press your thighs together, always down towards the knees. Back is still straight, and then bend your knees. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Sit down, breathe. Stay here for 3, 2, 1, hips forward, and then rise up super slow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, heels down. Right foot meets your left, arms out, and release your arms to your sides. Great job. Our next pose is eagle, and then we'll have our first water break if you'd like. Eagle pose. Okay, Gardasana, listen. Lift your arms up overhead, palms touch, and you're gonna swing your right arm underneath the left. Bend at the elbows, wrap your forearms. You can have your palms touch, you can interlace the fingers or grab into your opposite shoulders, whatever works for you today. Sit down low. Lift your upper body. Now lift your right leg high to your upper left thigh, and now start to wrap your legs around each other like ropes. Maybe even point your toes towards the back or to the right side of the room. Now lift your upper body. Push your right hip back, left hip forward. Awesome. Knees to the right, upper body to the left. Try to straighten out the line from fingers, elbows to knees. Sit down, squeeze. Change. Right foot meets your left. Arms come up overhead, palms touch to the top. Circle sweep your left arm underneath the right. Again, you can have your palms touch. Interlace the fingers or grab into your shoulders. Sit down low. Lift your upper body, left leg high to your upper right thigh. Hook your toes if that's available. Chest is lifted. You may notice that one side is different than the other. Super normal. That's the great thing about yoga. It helps us to try to balance out the body in both sides as much as possible. Right hip, the back, knees to the right, upper body to the left. Squeeze, sit down, change. Left foot meets your right, arms come up overhead, palms touch. For your second set, right arm underneath the left, zoom it around, get a grip. Sit down low, lift your upper body, right leg up, over and around your left. Now you can stay here. You know, if you've been practicing for some time, maybe with Hatha, maybe come into a sleeping eagle or a soaring eagle. Feel free in the second set to take different options if you'd like. If you're newer to the practice, maybe this is your first of 10 Hatha classes, feel free to even stay right here to get very familiar with the poses. And if you're in a different option, rise back up into eagle. Give your legs one more squeeze and change. Right foot meets your left. Arms up overhead, palms touch. Other side, left arm, swing it around. Get a good grip. Bend at the elbows, sit down a lot actually. Lift your upper body, left leg high to your upper right thigh. Hook your toes around. And if you progress to the other side, feel free to do so on this side. Sit down a little bit deeper. Chest is lifted if you're in eagle pose. Awesome. And if you're a different option, come back into eagle. Give your legs a nice squeeze. And change. Left foot meets your right. Arms come up overhead, palms kiss. And then release your arms to your sides. We get to our first water break. Take a couple sips of water. And we'll rise back up in Tadasana. Okay. How are you guys feeling? Hopefully you're warmed up a little bit. I know I am. Feeling good. So we're going to go into our true balancing series. The Hatha is wonderful because all the postures help with the next. So the difference in your body. Straighten out your legs. Really important to not lock out the knee, not pushing your kneecap back. Not the best thing for your body, but activate the muscles above your kneecap. Lift them up, pull them up. I want you to make sure that, and it may take time, to really straighten out your foot in front of your heel. So if your foot's out to the side, kind of bring it in a little bit more. Press your big toe mound down towards the earth. Nice and stable here. Bend your right knee, lift your thigh, lift your toes, shoulders in line with your hips. Now this is a great place to start, especially because we don't have the heat. It is a little challenging to actually go into the full expression of the pose. You can also interlace the fingers below the knee hole. If you're losing your balance, you can place your big toe down. You can grab onto a wall to help you. If you want to go further, maybe even place the fingers underneath your foot, but I would probably suggest not kicking out because we're not completely warmed up. So but it's up to you, your body, your practice. I'm gonna stay right here, nice and tall. Thigh parallel, toes lifted, suck your tummy in and up. Nice and strong. Awesome work. Shoulders down and back. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your right foot down towards the mat. Straighten out the right leg. So exactly what you did on the other side. Make sure you activate the muscles above the kneecap, your right knee. Press your big toe mound down towards the earth, nice and stable. Bend your left knee, lift your thigh. Grab onto a wall if needed. Whatever you like to do. Like I said, both sides tend to be a little different, right? You may have a little bit more balance on one side versus the other. Put your big toe down, whatever works for you. Of course, interlace the fingers below the knee or underneath your foot. I'm gonna stay right here nice and tall. Breathe. This balancing series really makes a difference. Strengthening those small little groups of muscles that you never think that you even have. And so you may feel, if you've never done a class, you may feel a little sore tomorrow. And it's because of that, you're using those little muscles. And that's what helps tone the body, to strengthen all those wonderful things. Toes up and change. Release your left foot to meet your right. You can place your hands, the small part of your back, for just a little mini back bend. We'll do our second set. Left leg straightens out, bend your right, lift your thigh, lift your toes. Chest is lifted. Maybe go a little further. Maybe take a different option. Maybe place your hands to knee. So place your hands to your right hand, to the inner part of your knee. Toes lift. Left arm comes up and then open up the body. Meaning you're bringing your right knee in line with your right hip. So try not to bring your right knee too high or too low. Your heels in line with your knee. Chest is lifted. You can reach your left arm up to the side, place your hand onto your hip. You want to challenge your balance even more. Maybe start to look to the left. Or maybe one eye. Close the other eye, maybe even both eyes. Awesome. Let's come back to center. Let's get a little strengthening a little bit more to the core and your leg. Bring your arms up high towards the sky. Straighten out your right leg and baby pulse your right leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, lift, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your right foot, release your arms, other side. Right leg is nice and solid. Press your big toe mound down towards the earth. Bend your left knee. And whatever you do on the right, apply to the left. So again, left hand to the inner part of the left knee, right arm up. Open up the body, you can do a big toe extension. You did this on the other side. Your body, your practice. Your hands on your hip. Maybe you close your eyes. Maybe you lose your balance like I'm doing. And look over to the right. Breathe. Slowly come back to center. Let's work the other side. Bring your arms up towards the sky. Spark those fingers up. Reach your left leg nice and straight and strong. And lift 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your left foot, release your arms. Hands to the small part of your back if you like. Nice little counter. Awesome. Standing bow pulling pose. Okay, so we're gonna bend your feet and heels together. Bend your right elbow. Palm is lifted. Reach your right arm back. Straighten out your right elbow. Now bend your right knee and grab onto the instep of your right foot. So that's where your big toe is, where your arch is your foot. So I'm gonna show you on this side. So it's not this side, the outer part, it's the inner part. So grab into the instep of your right foot. Straighten out your left leg. Left arm comes right up to your left ear, if that's possible. Inhale, lengthen. And then you're gonna slowly start to kick into your right hand. Reaching your left fingers forward. Your chin touches your shoulder. Bringing your upper body down. You're gonna notice your heart rate increase. Awesome. Make sure your knee's not going over to the right or the left. And eventually your right leg comes directly over the center of your head. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale, maybe come a little deeper. Awesome, breathe in. Exhale, come a little deeper. Stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise, tap both knees. Release your right foot, release your left arm, take a breath. Great job. Other side. Bend your left elbow to the side, palm is up. Bring your left arm back, reach it back. Straighten out your elbow, bend your left knee. Again, grab onto the instep of your left foot. So not the flat side, the inner part. You can always use a strap too, or a tie, anything you can think of to help you if you cannot reach for your foot, that's okay. Okay, so if you are, knees together, they touch. Right arm reaches up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly start to kick into your hand. Kick hard, kick, 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 kick. When you can't kick even higher, upper body down, and reach your fingers forward. Chin touches your shoulder. Breathe. Exhale, come a little deeper if the body allows. Feel that stretch and strengthen. You're pulling your legs apart. Awesome. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, come just a little bit deeper for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise. Oh, feel that burn left foot down. The right arm releases. Great job. Take a breath. Okay, second set. Let's go ahead and bend your right elbow to the side, palms up, reach back, straighten out your elbow, bend your right knee, grab into the instep of your right foot. Okay, left arm, bring it up, connect it to your ear. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, come down. Or maybe take a different option. Maybe take a sugar cane or a bind. Awesome, I'm gonna come into standing bow. You're joining me, feel free to do so. And bring your upper body down. Get that heart rate going. Connect with the breath. If you lose your breath, always come back to it. Maybe even count in your head. 6 counts to breathe in and 6 counts to breathe out. Okay, if you're in a different option, come back into Balancing or standing bow. Kick a little harder, upper body down for 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise. Release your right foot. Release your left arm. Other side. Bend your left elbow to the side. Palms up. Reach it back. Straighten out your elbow. Bend your left knee. Grab into the instep of your left foot. Tap the knees. Bring them to touch. Right arm up. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Upper body down. Kick, 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 kick. Or of course, if you did this on the other side, a different option is fabulous. Awesome work. Core strong. Bring your upper body down a little bit deeper. Let's try to bring those toes up and over your head. Great job. Kick a little harder. Reach forward. If you're in a different option, come back into standing bow pulling pose for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Upper body down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise. Tap both knees. Left foot down. Right arm releases. Great job. We're gonna come to the back of our mats for balancing stick pose. So bring our feet and heels to touch. Arms come up overhead. Palms touch. Interlace the fingers. Release the index fingers. Cross the thumbs. Bring your right foot forward about 4 feet or so. Left toes up off the mat. Arch your body, body down. Left leg, kick it up. So try not to bend the elbows or your knees. You come down this far, that's wonderful. You can come further, that's wonderful. We're just trying to create a straight line from fingers to toes. And change head to the back. Arms with your ears, feet and heels to touch. Left foot forward, 4 feet or so. Depending on the length of your legs. Right toes up off the mat. Arch your body, body down. Left leg, kick it up. Again, straighten out the line from fingers to toes. Look forward about 4 feet. Hug everything in. Squeeze your glutes. Upper body down a little bit more. And change head towards the back. Feet and heels touch. Second set right away. Right foot forward, 4 feet. Left toes up. Arch my body, body down. And left leg, kick it up. Second set, maybe take a half moon. Maybe take a standing split. Come into standing split. So drop your fingers down. Tap your chin. Lift your left leg. And then slowly come back into your capital T. Great job. And change head towards the back. Feet and heels touch. Second, or other side, excuse me. Left foot forward, 4 feet, right toes up. Arch my body, body down, left leg. Right leg, excuse me, kick it up. Reach forward. You can drop your fingers down if you did this on the other side. Half moon, same split. Deep breaths. Slowly come back into your capital T and change, head towards the back. Exhale, float your arms down to your side. Okay, so we're gonna take cordage turn to the left. Hopefully you can still see me. If that's a different option, feel free just to face towards me. Separate wide leg stretching pose. Bring your heart rate down with this one. Arms come up overhead, palms touch. Take a large stance to the right, about 4 feet or so. Okay, arms come parallel to the earth. Lift your chin, lift your chest, and slowly come forward. Now, in traditional Hatha, you want to grab into the outer part of your feet, but we're not really warmed up that much. So you can, if you want to. You can also place your hands down right in line with your shoulders. You can even do what we did at the beginning of the practice. You grab into your opposite elbows, tuck the chin, and kind of just rock here. Whatever works for you. You can even grab the back of the legs and start to pull and breathe. Slowly bring your arms out, that capital T, chin is lifted, and rise back up, shoulders lined with your hips. So we're gonna go into triangle pose. From here, right toes turn to face the front. Important to keep your toes in line with your heel. And now straighten out your left leg, squeeze your left glute, thigh parallel. So that's really hard to do. You may have to slide your left foot back a little bit more. So on a straight line from knee to hip. Now, if this hurts, of course, don't do and release as much as you need to, but make sure your knee doesn't go beyond your toes. Really important here. Palms turn to face the side, And now just move your arms without moving your legs. Right arm in front of your right knee, middle of the elbow to the middle of the knee. Point your fingers in between your big toe, second toe. Left arm reaches up, chin touches your shoulder. Now, if you've been practicing yoga for some time, maybe take a half bind, a full bind, or maybe even a birds of paradise, if you know what those options are. I will stay here in triangle. Breathe. Twist your upper body back just a little bit more. Birds, binds, come back into triangle pose. And then change. Lift your upper body, straighten out your right leg. Oh yeah, feel that burn. Right toes to center. Arms come up overhead, palms touch. Now just cross the thumbs. Walk your stance into about a 3-foot stance. Pick up all 10 toes, pivot on the heels, turn to face to the right. Upper leg head to knee. Push your right hip back, left hip forward about 3 to 4 times. So your hips are nice and centered. Tuck the chin and then slowly come forward. You're gonna release your hands to both sides of your right foot. Now the key part to this posture is the forehead to knee connection. Bend your right knee, forehead to your knee. You can straighten it out. If your forehead is still to the knee, we can keep it right here. This is so good for your thyroid, your parathyroid. And slowly, bring your palms touch, straighten out your right leg, arms to your ears, and then reach forward with your left hip coming forward. Pivot towards center, right foot meets your left, and your arms release to your side body. Take a breath. Second set, arms come up overhead, palms touch. Take another large stance to the right, 4 feet or so. Arms can come parallel. Now you can interlace the fingers at the small part of your back if you'd like, so it looks like this. If you want to go into a shoulder rinse, whatever works for you. Okay, take it the traditional option, chin up, chest up, and then slowly come forward. And again, you can place your hands down on the floor, nice shoulder rinse. Grabbing the opposite elbows, whatever works for you. Breathe. You can grab onto your big toes and pull. Inhale, exhale. So if you're pulling the back of the legs or the outer part of your feet, keep your chin up. If you have a nice shoulder wrench, you can tuck the chin and look through the legs. Everybody try to shift the weight a little bit more towards your toes. Try to straighten out your legs a little bit more without pain, of course. And change. Arms come out and then rise back up nice and slow. Triangle pose towards the other side. So your left toes pivot towards the, wherever that is, the back of the wall or wherever you're at in your home. You're gonna bend your left knee. Again, make sure your toes align with your heel. Bend your left knee. So if your thigh is not parallel, slide your right heel back. Palms turn towards center or up a little bit, facing each other, and then just tilt the upper body without moving the legs if possible. Left arm from the left knee, middle of the elbow to the middle of the knee. Point the fingers in between your big toe, second toe, right arm up. Chin touches your shoulder. Twist your upper body back. If you did so on the other side, half bind, full bind, birds of paradise. Tuck your tummy in and up, breathe in. Exhale, twist a little bit more, pushing into your left knee with your left arm. Bring your rib cage, your left rib cage, more forwards and up. Awesome. If you're in a bird or a bind, come back into triangle. Triangle, lift your upper body back up, straighten out your left leg, toes to center, arms come up overhead, palms touch, cross opposite thumbs than the other side. Pick up the toes, the heels, bring it into about a little shorter stance. Lift the toes, pivot on the heels, turn towards the left. Bump your right hip forward, left hip back 3 or 4 times. Tuck the chin and slowly come forward. You can release your hands to both sides of your left foot. Forehead touches your left knee. Breathe. Great job. Slowly bring your palms back to touch. Arms to your ears, legs straight, rise back up. Pivot back towards center. Left foot meets your right. Arms release to your side body. Great job. Okay, so we're gonna come back to the center of our mat again. And we're gonna finish our standing series with tree pose. So straighten out your left leg and maybe even toe stand if you would like to go a little further. Pick up your right foot. Lots of options with this one. Hatha traditional is placing the bottom of your foot up to your left hip crease, pushing your right knee back. That's available. You can also go into a power version, which is placing your foot to the inner thigh, the inner calf, or even resting your big toe on the mat. If you're working on your balance, it's a great option too. So I'll take the traditional approach, grab into the foot, your right foot, excuse me, and place into the upper pocket. Bring your right hand on heart center, maybe your left, pushing your right knee down and back, chest is nice and lifted, back is straight, tummy is strong. Breathe. And change slowly, release your right foot down towards the mat, other side. Pick up the foot, bend forward, pick it up. Place the upper left pocket, or again, if you did some other side, inner thigh, inner calf, big toe on the mat. Whatever works for you. Bring your left hand to heart center, right hand to heart center. Maybe even start to close your eyes. Maybe even close one eye or the other, both eyes. Deep inhales in, deep exhales out. And change, release your left foot down towards the mat. Second set, you can take a different variation if you like. You can come into toe stand if you've been practicing Hatha for some time, you know what that is, feel free to do so. I'm gonna come into growing into my hands. You can grow into your branches, reaching up towards the sky. You can bring them out to the side. In a reversed namaste. Your palms together to your lower part of your back. Chest is lifted. If you're in toe stand, come back into tree pose. Grow your branches, bring your palms back to heart center. Everybody exhale, right foot meets your left foot. Other side, whatever you do to the right, back to the left. Maybe this side, you can even do lotus hands. Maybe even grow, reach up towards the sky and start to look up, challenging your balance. Shoulder down and back. Maybe you look more back towards the back wall. If you went into toe stand, come back into tree with your hands to heart center. And everybody exhale, left foot meets your right. You're welcome to bow to your standing practice. We're gonna come onto our mats, take in some water, and the remainder of our practice is on the floor. Because this is a modified class with less time than our normal traditional 60 minutes or 90-minute classes, we are gonna do one set for the remaining portion on the floor, our floor exercise. Let's take a quick sip of water and then lay down whenever you're ready. Okay. Release your arms to your sides for just a moment. Maybe bring your shoulders down a little bit more. Press your heels towards wherever you're at, the back of the room, the front of the room, wherever that may be. Flop the toes to the sides. Okay, our next pose is wind removing pose. So good for your digestive system. Bring your feet and heels to touch. Bend your right knee towards your chest. And then you're going to interlace all 10 fingers at the webbing. Place them 2 inches below your right knee. pull your knee up and around the rib cage to the right side of the body. If your left leg is lifting up off the floor, press or flex your toes to your nose and pull a little bit more, your right knee to your shoulder. Now this side is working your ascending colon. The other side is your descending. The third part we're gonna do is transverse. And change, bring your right knee in, release it down towards the mat. The exact same thing on the other side, of course, right? You have to balance the body. Bend your left knee towards your chest, interlace the fingers 2 to 4 inches below your left knee. Pull your knee up and around the rib cage towards your left shoulder, right shoulder down. Back of your head down, chin slightly tucked in. And again, at this side, if your right heel is lifting, flex your toes to your nose. Use the strength of your arms to pull, especially that right arm, because you'll notice that your leg wants to kind of go to the side sometimes. Bring your left knee back to center, release it down. Bend both knees towards your chest. Now you can hug around the outer part of your knees, grabbing onto opposite elbows. If that doesn't work for you today, no worries. Always modify. You can grab onto your forearms, you can grab onto your wrists. Just try not to interlace the fingers because that's kind of a dead end, right? So try to grab onto something so eventually you can pull a little further up your arms. Push your hips down, shoulders down, back of your head. Try to really tuck your chin in so you can see that little diamond shape between your arms and your knees. And change, release your legs down towards the mat. So we're going to be doing one sit up here, and then when we're a little bit later on in the floor series, we'll be doing them after each pose. So if you have any back issues, if you are pregnant, you want to skip all the sit-ups and turn over onto your tummy so that you're not hurting your back. If you sit-ups are great for giving pushing toxins out from the lungs, giving us some energy. So bring your feet and heels to touch, toes to your nose, arms come up overhead, hook the thumbs, inhale, come up, double exhales. You're gonna lift up, exhale as you reach up, and then one more time as you reach forward. And then slowly come over onto your tummy. Don't worry if you didn't get that one, we have plenty later on. So we're gonna come onto our belly down series. So bring your palms down towards the mat and bring your chin down to the floor. Squeeze the glutes behind you. Locus pose. So we're gonna exhale all the air. Inhale, start to lift your upper body up off the mat. Try not to use your hands. This is the spine strengthening series. So we wanna really start we wanna strengthen your spine, of course, that's the goal, right? So squeeze your glutes, press your big toes down towards the mat, or all your toes if it's possible. Breathe and lift up a little bit higher. Oh yeah, feel that. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come down and touch the mat, arms to your sides, and release your left ear, if that's possible, down to the mat so you're looking to the right. If that is not, that hurts, you can always bring your chin down. This is really helping to stretch out. If you're able to look to the left, to the right, this is helping to stretch out your neck. So like I said before, we're not going to be doing 2 sets. So we're going to go into locust pose, chin back to center on the mat, or your towel, wherever it may be. Palms touch the floor, so palms face down. And you can keep your arms here, no problem. If you want to go a little further, stretch out your arms. You can bring your right arm underneath the body, inside the hip bone, and then your left arm inside the body, underneath the hip bone. Palms face the mat, chin forward, left leg relaxed. Point lock leg, lift your right leg. Reach it back. Spark energy out to your right toes. Lift your right leg a little higher. Breathe. Change, release your right leg, point lock, lift your left leg. Reach it back. Squeeze your left glute, lift your leg maybe a little bit higher. And change, release your left leg. Now, bring your lips down to touch the mat. You can bring your arms closer together. Exhale, inhale, lift both legs up. Lift them up towards the sky. Breathe. Change. Slowly bring your arms away from your body, maybe without the fingers. And now look left, right, your flat. Come back center with your chin. Arms come up to a capital T for full locust pose. Zip up both legs behind the body. Deplete the lungs. Inhale. Lift your arms up. Lift your legs up. Try not to bring your fingers back, but really bring your arms in line with your shoulders and lift your upper body. Lift your chest. Lift your arms. Lift your legs. Awesome. Breathe deeply for the next 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, lift 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Look right, left, your flat. Arms to your sides, palms up. Big toes touch, heels flop out. We're gonna put it all together with floor bow. So very similar to what we just did in our standing series. We reach back and grab into the inner part of your foot. This is gonna be different with both feet, and it's gonna be the outer part. So chin back to center, bend both knees. If you can, reach back and grab into the outer part of your feet. If that is not available for you today, you can use a strap. You can bring your arms back like this if you'd like to. Exhale all the air, inhale, kick and lift. Awesome. Roll forward to the soft part of your tummy, lift your toes up. Breathe deeply. Kick a little harder. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Look over to the left, right, your flat. Big toes touch, heels flop out, arms to your sides, palms face the sky. Okay, come back center, place your palms into your mat. Come up to the top of your towel, your mat, whatever it may be, and grab a sip of water. Speaking of water, you want to make sure that you're drinking plenty of water after your class. You're going to be really flushing out toxins from the body. So you want to make sure you're drinking a lot afterwards, throughout the day. Yeah, all good stuff. Fixed firm pose is next. I want you guys to be mindful of your legs with this pose. Another one, because we're not in the heat, the 105 degrees, you may want to not go as far. You can also use, if you have one available, like a pillow or something like that to tuck underneath your bum or block. You can separate the feet like this, bring your glutes down. If you'd like to, you can even stay here. If you want to go further, you can place each elbow down onto the mat. You can stay here as well. You want to go a little farther, maybe the top of your head, maybe your shoulders down, arms can come up overhead. I'm going to show you for about right here. Release your head back and just breathe. Really stretching the tops of your feet. and change. Rise back up nice and slow. We're gonna turn around, lay it on your back, and do a quick sit-up. The sit-up, yeah, the sit-up that we did earlier, we're gonna be doing those after each pose. So again, we're doing one set of each. Lay down on your back. Arms come up overhead. If you are doing the sit-up, if not, just turn over. Palms touch and open up the hands like a book, like that, and cross the thumbs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come up. Double exhale. Shh, shh. Awesome. So we're coming to half tortoise. Come towards the back of your towel or your mat. Knees together, feet and bring your feet and heels to touch. So nice and tall. Arms come up overhead. Palms touch, cross the thumbs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly come down. Forehead touches, then the knife edges your pinkies. Sit down a little bit deeper. Maybe start to bring your glutes down towards your heels. Feeling this nice stretch in your back. Try to lift your forearms up off the floor as much as possible. So just the knife edge of your pinkies are touching and they're reaching. Change. Press your knees together. Press your palms together. Reach up nice and slow. Exhale, release your arms to your sides. And then turn around and lay down. Shavasana. We're going to do another sit-up. Okay. Arms come up overhead. Hook the thumbs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come up. Double exhale. Shh. Shh. Awesome. Next is camel. Because we're not in the heat, you may feel a little different. So just go as far as you can today. Maybe that's the hands, the small part of your back, pushing your hips forward, or your fists, excuse me. But we're gonna bring our knees 6 inches apart, same with our feet. And then you can place your hands, the small part of your back, or your fists. Push your hips forward, look up, and then start to look back. And stay here, squeeze the glutes. Lift the chest, maybe look back a little further. And change, rise back up, sit into your heels, maybe take a breath for a moment. Pretty big backward bend. Any stress and motion that you're holding on to at the moment, especially during these times, any chest opening pose is gonna release that. You may feel emotional afterwards. Maybe you feel dizzy, a little nauseous. Feel free to just lay down and maybe even lay there for a little bit longer too, if needed. If you're ready for our sit-up, arms come up overhead, hook the thumbs, inhale, come up, double exhale, shh, shh. Turn around for rabbit. This is our counter to camel. You can sit into your heels, look at the middle of your mat if you like, grab into the outer part of your heels. Tuck the chin, and then slowly start to roll forward. Forehead is gonna touch your knees, top of the head touches the mat, and then lift your hips up. Just feel it stretch through your back. And slowly bring your glutes down, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Chin last, and then turn around, lay down, Shavasana. Okay, arms come up overhead, hook the thumbs, inhale, come up, double exhale. So we're gonna come into head to knee, it's a really head to knee pose. So straighten out your right leg if that's possible. Bend your left. Place your left foot to the inner part of your right thigh. Arms come up overhead. Interlace the fingers at the webbing towards your right foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come down. You're going to interlace the fingers, the small part of your foot. Forehead touches your right knee. You can straighten out your right leg all the way. You can keep it bent if you like to. And just really keep your chin tucked in. That's the most important part. Just like that we did in the standing series, the separate leg head to knee, so good for your thyroid, your parathyroid, so good for the body. And change, arms come up overhead, switch it out so your left leg straightens out, right leg bends to your inner left thigh. Turn toward the left, inhale, lengthen, exhale, come down again. Interlace the fingers below your foot. That's possible, forehead to your knee. Straighten out your left leg if you'd like. If this is too much, you can always release your hands, forehead to your knee. Whatever works for you. And change, arms come up overhead. Release your arms, turn towards left. We're gonna do a quick step just to realign the spine. Arms come up overhead, double exhale, grab into your toesies, and then you're gonna separate the flesh away from your sit bones, bend your knees, wrap your peace fingers around your big toes, inhale to lengthen, exhale to pull forward, inhale to lengthen, exhale to pull. One more time, inhale, lengthen, exhale, pull. Change slowly, release your toes, turn around, lay down, Shavasana. Getting ready for another sit-up. Arms come overhead, hook the thumbs, inhale, come up, double exhale. Good job. Turn around. Actually, I'll face you guys for this one. Spinal twisting. So we're gonna bend your left knee, point it forward, your left toes point back behind you. Right foot up and over, glutes down, right foot onto the mat. Right arm up, over and behind you. You can use it as a kickstand. Left arm comes up, turn and grab into the inner part of your knee. If that's available for you today, you can also straighten out your bottom left leg if this is too much for the body. Okay, look to the right if the body allows, the neck allows. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to twist, releasing those remaining toxins throughout the body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper for 3, 2, 1. Slowly unwind, come back to center, release. Maybe even shake out the legs a little bit if needed. Bend your right knee towards in front of you. Left foot up and over, glutes down, left arm up, over and behind you. Right arm comes up, grab into the inner part of the knee. Then you can straighten out the bottom leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And change, slowly release. Straighten out both legs and lay down onto your mat. So the way we started our practice was the breathing exercise, and we're going to end our practice as well with the breathing exercise. Arms come up overhead, hook the thumbs, inhale, come up. Double exhale. Okay, turn to face me if you like. So our breathing, we're gonna sit into a comfortable sitting position. So you can sit with your knees together, you can sit down on your glutes with your legs crossed, whatever feels comfortable for you. I'm gonna start off, or I'm gonna do it with my knees together. Straighten out your elbows, palms face the floor. Your breathing is gonna sound like this. So you're only gonna focus on the exhale. Don't worry about the inhale. You want to push the air out. And we're going to just do one set at a medium pace. So breathe in through your nose and exhale. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it all go. Great job. Great practice, you guys. Go ahead and lay down in final Shavasana or any comfortable position for yourself. Release your legs, maybe bring your heels a little bit out towards the corners of your mat, and push your heels forward and then release your toes to both sides, outwards. Arms or your shoulders, maybe tuck them under a little bit. Bring your arms out to the side, palms face the sky. If you feel comfortable, feel free to close your eyes here. Let everything go. I want you guys to stay here as long as you would like. I'm so thankful that you took this time today for yourself. Such crazy times right now, but taking time for ourselves is really important. Let's take a nice collective inhale in through your nose. And exhale out. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice today. I honor and respect each and every one of you. Namaste.